Yes, he has everything. And he's still working there. And they're allowing it. They are allowing this.
All new tonight, another Southwest Florida woman demanding answers after she says a worker at the local Social Security office took her private information for his own use. She says she didn't even find out about this until the office employee reached out to her and tried to ask her out.
And she's blaming the same guy who was accused last month, as we reported, of targeting another woman whose personal information was also in his hands somehow. 4 in Your Corner investigator Tony Sadiku live in Charlotte County right now, pressing for answers. Tony?
Patrick, Amy, we're told that employee still on the job tonight after now 2 allegations that he obtained women's personal information and then texted them, trying to ask them out on a date. The woman I spoke with today says she's filed a restraining order, an injunction, basically against the employee, but says now more should be done to hold him accountable.
You go into these buildings thinking that everything's confidential.
This woman, still shaken up by her experience, didn't want to be identified, but says a Social Security employee has been stalking her by text message ever since she went to the Port Charlotte branch January 4th.
I got called to his window.
She says the guy at the window was this man, Daniel Foster, who she claims texted her the following night, asking to get to know her.
He said, "Hi, this is Danny from Social Security. You know, I'd really be interested in getting to know you further," and I told him it was inappropriate.
And despite repeated pleas for him to stop contacting her, she says Foster continued for weeks that she spent fearing for her safety.
No sleep. Last night when I was told that he could not be found at his residence or employment to be served, that put me, I went over to my neighbor's next door apartment and sat with them for a while. I was really on edge.
After filing a complaint with the Social Security Administration and not getting answers, she's now been granted an injunction against Foster.
I have medical stuff that still needs to be taken care of, and I will never walk back into that building.
This is not the first time the Social Security employee has been accused of using his position to get women's numbers and texting them. Last month, 4 in Your Corner pressed for answers after another woman made the same claim. Today, we went to Foster's house to get his side of the story. Tony Sadiku with Fox 4. He shut the door in my face. When I reached out to the Social Security Administration to find out what they're doing about the repeated complaints, a spokesperson told me they can't discuss specific personnel matters. Attorney Scott Weinberg is not affiliated with this case, but says federal employees should be held to the same legal standard as everyone else.
This is a systemic problem in all forms of the government. When there is a bad employee, the rules and regulations make it so difficult to get rid of that employee that they just try to brush it under the rug.
I'd like to see him arrested. He needs to be, nobody should be able to do this to any woman, no matter where you work.
A spokesperson with Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says they're actively investigating, but says the Social Security Administration isn't completely cooperating in this case. I also did reach out to the FBI to find out if they're involved in the investigation. A spokesperson there says they can't disclose that information. Count on 4 in Your Corner to continue pressing for answers on this story for you. Live in Punta Gorda, Tony Sadiku, Fox 4 in Your Corner.